Hi, this is Rosie Sertic with Reflections by Rosie and Show and Tell Selling. I am here today to address two big concerns that I hear from photographers constantly about in-person selling. The first concern I'm going to address today is the fear of clients not liking your work. I have to say that this is probably the most common concern I hear. And I think as artists, we're very protective of our work. We're very afraid of criticism with our work, and we're even more afraid of hearing any negative criticism about our work in person. But I can tell you, after doing in person selling for almost 3 years now, those situations are extremely few and far between. If you have done a good job educating your clients about your style, if they have seen your work or if they have had you work with other friends of yours, they should be very familiar with your style, with the way you do business and the way you do in-person selling. So when they see their images, they should be very excited about your work. And like I said, at that point, the negativity is almost gone. So if you have given them a stellar customer service experience up until that point, you're really not going to hear the negativity that you might be afraid that you're going to hear. Mostly, actually, crying in a happy way or saying, wow, I can't believe you look like that, or I can't believe you captured that moment. If anything, doing in-person selling has given me more confidence in my work because hearing the back and forth between the client and me, seeing their reaction to my images, and learning what kind of works with the customers has actually helped me sell more in the long run, because then I see that when a mom loves a picture of her and her daughter, and I do high school seniors, and I do grab pictures of moms and their daughters, that's special. They weren't expecting that. They might not have their makeup fully done, but that image of the mother and the daughter is one that they will cherish forever. They might not order it necessarily right away, but they'll come back and they'll get it because it's something that's different. It's something that helps them remember how they felt during that photo session, and it helps them kind of capture a moment in time. So, like I said, the negativity fear is one that is valid, but at the same time, it's extremely rare. The only time I actually ever heard negative comments was not directed at me. It was actually with a husband and a wife, and the wife had my price list. She had been educated on it. She knew fully what to expect when it came to the ordering session, but apparently she had not communicated that to her husband. So, like it or not, I'm a photographer. I'm not a marriage counselor, so I did not take that personally. But just be aware, sometimes that does happen, but again, it was not related to my work at all. The second fear is that people are afraid that their clients aren't going to like the transition into in-person selling. And my answer to that is that actually clients do like in-person selling. You'd be surprised. When I made the transition, I was actually pleasantly surprised at the reactions I got from my clients. They wanted to hear my input. They wanted to ask questions directly to me as they're looking at the images. They wanted to have that relationship building between their child, for high school seniors, and them, and also me as a photographer and my professional judgment on what looks best for announcements and things like that. I kind of relate it to going to a boutique for clothing. Yes, their clothes might be more expensive, but if you have someone who's actually personally styling you, someone who's helping to tell you what looks best on you, someone who can explain why the fabrics are more luxurious than what you'd find at a regular traditional box store, or why you should be wearing this to a certain event. Yes, you may not necessarily buy the first time from that boutique, but when you go to that big box store and you realize that void in customer service, you're going to think about them and you will buy from them in the future. It's worth pinching your pennies for those types of experiences when you feel good as a customer. So yes, the fear, again, with having the clients not like it, there might be clients that you lose who just want the ease of another photographer's style. That's fine. But you know what? When it comes down to it, I would rather have the clients who want to have the personal experience as well. They're going to appreciate it, and they're going to be the ones who actually tell their friends who are going to want in-person selling about their experience with you, so that they will come to you as well. So you will initially potentially lose some clients as far as your general customer base goes, and I'm not going to lie about that, but you will gain the most amazing clients from this point forward. I would much rather spend an hour with someone who wants me to help them and make the best decision and help put art on their wall in their home than someone who just wants me for a quick service. It's just the way it is. I'm a business person, and that's how I've become successful in what I do. Is I've learned to love on my clients, but realize that not every single person is going to be a client of mine. I'd rather have a few amazing people who are going to be my trumpeters for my business, who are going to spread the word to other people who are more like-minded, than people who are just wanting a quick service and then they're not going to come back to me next year because they're going to go to the next cheap photographer down the road. So build customer loyalty, give them amazing service. They are going to want your service. I promise you that. And just, yeah, ask me questions as you go along through it. I'm happy to answer them. I'm here. I've been where you are, and I'm happy to get to where you want to be. Again, I'm Rosie with Show and Tell Selling and Reflections by Rosie Photography, and have a great day. We'll talk to y'all later. Bye.